Morning again from my job site. Damn, bro, you making a lot of videos, huh? Check this out, man. Like, I just had like I always have epiphanies, bro. This is how my whole life's always been. But here's another one. Check this out. I just want to say this before I forget it. But you know what my 34 years on this planet has taught me, from the family I had, from the the life circumstances I went through to get to where I'm at right now. This is what it taught me. And this is what I feel God was always trying to teach me, right? Check this out. I'm not somebody who's gonna use like my trauma as like an excuse or like some kind of fucking badge of honor or something, bro. Like, I'm not using it like that, but I'm just very descriptive, right? Like, I've been through a lot, been through a fucking lot. You know what it's taught me? That God's trying to show you can't seek no damn permanence in this world, right? Nothing in this world will make you happy. No one in this world is going to make you happy, nor is it the world's responsibility to make you happy or make you feel whole or complete. That's something that's your birthright. That's something you're supposed to know already. Take a little child. The child doesn't need anything for value. It just needs food. It just needs food, water, and shelter. That's it. Food, water, and shelter. You have a happy baby, right? That's how we all came in this world, happy, whole, and complete. All baby needs is like, it doesn't need very much, right? It just needs basic essential things, right? And needs food, shelter, and like, of course, love, right? That's from the parent, that's just basically the love of God. But the kid already has that, right? And doesn't even really need that as much as it needs food and shelter, okay? Right? That kid came into the world whole and complete, just like all of us did, right? But as soon as you gave that baby an identity, you gave that kid an identity, right? You gave it a name, you gave it a toy, and you took the toy away from the kid, and the kid throw a tantrum, I start crying and shit, right? It's that's the first introduction to like our big fucking stupid egos, right? And then we go through our lifetime thinking, because we got taught that at such a young age, that like we need stuff out here to make us happy, whole, and complete. All right, that's how we live our lives. And so we all live our lives. That's how I live my life. That's how I always live my life, right? It was just, like, you get to, if you take everything as a lesson instead of it just like something personal, bro, like, you get broken down enough, you start really just realizing that you're just like, man, all of this for a reason, to show you, like, man, you don't seek happiness or completion in this world. You can't offer it to you. No one can offer that to you. What did it say in the Bible? It said, seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added onto you. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added onto you. One more time. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added on you. This is in the Bible, right? What are they talking about? What the fuck are they talking about? Seek first. So what does that mean, right? It's just like you seek God first, right? You pray first. You seek God. Right? Where's God? God's in you, right? That's like I and the Father are one, right? It's in the Bible. I and the Father are one, right? It means you and God are one. We're all one, right? You're already complete. It's just like we got taught by this world, and like we got taught by this world that we're incomplete, that we need this and this and that to make us feel whole and complete. That's what we're all looking for. We're not looking for a fucking relationship. We're not looking for a job. We're not looking for admiration. We're looking at the feeling those things give us, bro. I probably said this before, man. Like, I'm sure I've said this before. We're not looking for that shit. We're not looking for a perfect relationship. We're not looking for money. We're not looking for wealth, And I'm not saying don't go out and experience those things. I'm just saying that's not what we're looking for, bro. Like, we're looking to be whole and complete because we forgot we already is that anyway. That's what we've always been looking for. That's why our world's so miserable. That's why I'd be like so fucking miserable and shit and don't even know why, I'm like, damn, bro, I got like a good job and a good family and all this shit. And like, man, everybody love me and all that. Like, man, cool people treat me like the motherfucking president of the United States. Not Donald Trump, more like Obama. But you know what I mean, bro? Like, And I'm like, man, how come all that? Why do I still feel so empty? Because it's like, man, you forget, dude, like, you forget that it's like, man, you already have that in you, man. You're out here looking for something you already have and you can't find it because you already have it. It's pretty much like, that's what it is, man. Nothing in this world can make you happy. Nothing in this world can make you complete. And when you don't get the things that you think you want, then that's when your ego has a motherfucking heyday, bro. Has a heyday, go crazy. You start getting all mad and crying and flipping out. Fuck the world. Fuck this black, bro. That's not you, man. That's that big baby, we call it ego, man, because it didn't get what it thought it wanted. You know, the ego always wants things. It always wants something because it's never complete. The ego is a survival mechanism, right? Think of it like a computer, right? A computer has like physical hardware. It has a CPU. It has a memory. It has a hard drive and all that, right? You know, the ego is like, you know, I heard this a million times and now it makes more sense. It's like stored thought and emotional patterns from a lifetime of events that got stored in a data bank called the ego, right? And that ego is there to protect you, right? So here's a primitive example of how the ego is there to protect you. A primitive example would be like if you was back in the caveman days and a fucking lion started chasing after your ass because you were in the wrong like area of the savannah, right? You're in the wrong area of the savannah, a lion starts chasing you. Your ego stores that memory and says, this right here, this portion of the savannah, don't go there because this might happen. You get eaten by a lion. Survival mechanism. We don't have to worry about that in the modern age like that, bro. It's not that dangerous. Like, we live in the safest time in modern history. Believe it or not. This is the safest. I've said this before. 50 fucking million people died in World War II. 50 million. It was probably more than 100 million people died, bro. That was like 1/3 of the world's population died within the span of like 6-7 years, bro. You think we live in a dangerous time now? Like, even in modern society here in America, it's not as dangerous as it used to be. You know, life isn't as dangerous as it used to be, right? But our egos are still, now our ego shifted from physical danger to emotional danger. The ego is afraid of being bruised. The ego sees any kind of threat as a death to its existence, right? So that's why we act the way we do. I don't want to get hurt, so I'm not going to put myself out there anymore because my ego might get damaged, right? Because that's a threat to its existence. It doesn't see the difference between that and physical death. It doesn't know the difference. It's just a survival. It's a program. It's not bad. It's just a program. Now we come to a modern age, and that's why all the spiritual shit's happening to a lot of people, is because we're in a modern age now where we know that ego doesn't really serve much of a purpose anymore. It doesn't serve too much of a purpose anymore because it's just worried about getting its feelings hurt, and that's death to the ego. Like I said, it's not a bad thing, man. It's not a bad thing. That's just what it is. And so you start realizing that shit the older you get. And like I was saying, man, like my 34 years on this earth, that's what life taught me, from the family I had, from the experiences I had, from like, you know, all that. It made me realize that, you know, nothing in this world can complete you. Nothing in this world will make you happy. Everything in this world is impermanent, you know, and the only thing that's scared of that impermanence is your ego, because your ego eventually will die. Along with your physical body, the only thing that'll survive is you, which is the soul, consciousness. That's all I wanted to say. Hope you enjoy your day. Peace.